Well, hello, I'm Alex, and today I've got a quick and easy creativity warm-up for you. Use this to give your brain a little reset, to try something new or different, or just to get out of a funk. You know how I'm always saying how simple it is to spend a few minutes a day in creative play? Well, I'm sure a lot of you are like, "Oh, that's easy for you to say, you're an artist." So, I'm making these videos for you to take tiny play breaks with me. This is your creativity timeout, baby. Just jump in and mess around with whatever supplies you've got on hand. No worries, I'm keeping this no fuss fabulous, easy peasy. Go ahead, check it out. Okay, today's creativity warm-up is what's called a blind drawing, and I'm going to show you two ways to do that. So a blind drawing just means you have something you're looking at. I'm looking at this little box here with these little elements. Could be a photograph, could be anything. You have something to draw from. An object works really well usually. Could even be your own hand if that's all you've got. You want a pen that you like to draw with, that you can draw with loosely. I like Pilot pens, and I like these pens. There's like markers with a thin tip. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one. And a blind drawing, the only thing that means is that you're not looking at your hand while you're drawing. That's it. So you've got your object. Sometimes it means you need to put your object far enough away that what you're doing with your drawing hand is out of your, or mostly out of your field of vision, okay? So if I have this here and I draw, I would be lying if I said I was doing it blind, because everything's in my field of vision. So I'm going to put this little box over here, and actually what I'm doing is I'm taking out these little elements and creating a little scene. So the same way they were sort of stuck to that box, I'm going to create a little scene here. Then I'm going to move that little scene away from me and draw each element sort of, let's see, something like this. Like that. Let's just say I have these 5 elements. I'm going to put them over here. I'm going to draw each one and make a little scene, and I'm going to do it blind. Okay. You are allowed to start and stop when it's a blind drawing. Okay? All it means is that you don't watch your hand while you're drawing. So you set down to where you want to start. If this is where I want to start, I set my pen down, and I'm going to do each 5 object and stop and start so that you can see what I'm talking about. So this guy's got a funny body here. You can pick up your pen if you want. Now, I kind of lost my place already because that's the one good thing about not picking up your pen is you don't lose your place as easily. All right, so that was the first little critter I did blind. Now, I had stopped up here. What I do now is I lift my pen. I'm looking at what I'm doing. I want to put something here. I put my pen down, and now I look away again at what I want to draw, which is like supposed to be some kind of bush here with all these dots. Okay, that's it. I look down. This is where I left off. Now I want to do the giraffe. I'm going to start, let's see. I'm going to start at the tail, put my pen down, look away. I'm looking only at the giraffe. I can't really see what I'm doing here. Coming down and doing the 4 legs. Stop. Okay, that's my giraffe. Ooh, I got lucky there. Okay. Can I go in and do details? Of course I can. So now I'm going to start my pen here and see if I can't add a bunch of dots blindly. Here we go. I'm not being very careful about what I'm doing, but anyway, just added a bunch of dots. Going to the next little guy, which is like a tiger, maybe. Gonna put the tiger here. So I put my pen where I want it. I'm gonna start with the face. Here we go. Doing the tail, the feet, coming back up. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the face blindly, starting with the left eye. Put my pen down. Here we go. Did that work out? Kinda. Now I'm going to do one more detail, which is the stripes on the back blindly. I'm going to start here and okay. One more thing, a little tree I want to put here. I'm starting at the base of the tree and here we go. And now I'm actually doing this as a continuous line. Okay, so there's my tree. Okay. So this is a blind drawing. You could imagine if it was a face, that maybe you would do the silhouette of the face and then go in and maybe look at the eyes and eyebrows, eyelashes, and each part, as much as you want to do, you can do blindly. You put your pen down, gaze at your object. When you feel stuck or you don't know how to continue, look at your page again, lift your pen, put it down where you want to continue. That's what we've done here. Alright, another way to do this is to do it as a continuous line drawing, which is what I started to do here. And the reason I want to show you this is because so many times I've seen blind drawings explained as continuous line drawings. So I think a lot of people think it's the same thing, but it doesn't need to be the same thing. You might enjoy it more. What's the difference? Well, the difference is that the end result looks like a string drawing or something made out of wire because it's one continuous line. So it has a totally different look. And you can start and stop, but you're not lifting the pen. Okay? So let's just go ahead and do the same scene, and I'll do it as a continuous line, and then I'll just stop a couple times. So if you feel stuck, there's no reason why you can't stop a continuous line drawing. What you're not doing is picking up the pen and putting it down where you want to continue. It needs to be a continuous line. But there's no reason you can't stop. Okay? That's the only difference. So let's go. I'm starting with the dragon. I'm doing it blind, so I'm looking where I'm starting, but now it's going to be continuous lines. So whatever I do to this dragon, I can't pick up my pen. I want to add some stripes, eyeballs. Okay, let's see. I'm going to come down and do the bush thing, which kind of looks like a popsicle. Oops. Okay, I just looked. I didn't mean to, but I looked. So that's where I left off. I shouldn't have picked up my pen. Imagine I looked. I'm like, oh, what have I done? Okay, I've done this. Continue to my giraffe. I think I lifted my pen again. Okay, stop, I'm stuck. Those are supposed to be all those weird dots. Okay, I'm gonna come down and do the cat. So this is not lifting my pen here. That's where I stopped. That's where I continue. I'm gonna continue and go into the tail like this. So this is my cat. Let's see. This is supposed to be the end of the tail. No idea. Stripes. Hey, that's not... Oops, I lifted my pen again. Sorry. This is what happens when you get confused. So this is where I stopped. This is where I must continue. I want to do the tree. So now this is going to come over here on doing the tree. Let's see, it's one continuous line, and now I'm stopped. All right. So continuous line drawing, that's done. Blind drawing, we're stopping and starting and placing the pen. The difference being obvious, right? It looks like a wire. Can you go in and add detail? Sure you can. You can do this any way you want. I'm just giving you sort of basic instructions of what these types of drawings are supposed to be. You know, they're more like doodles. give yourself some limitations and then let yourself go. So the limitation would be, don't look at what you're doing, but you can stop and start and place your pen. Here the limitation is, don't look at what you're doing and continue the line, and if you stop, you just to see what you've done so far, to see where you ended up, fine. Don't lift the pen, continue that line all the way around. And that's it. Okay, I hope you had fun taking this tiny play break with me. Be honest, it was super easy. Because you know what? When it comes to your creativity, it's never about what you're making. It's about how you feel while making it, right? I've got lots more videos for you here on my YouTube channel, so subscribe, stay tuned, and play, play, play. Come back and gift yourself a daily dose of make stuff feel good energy. Thank you so much for being here. Sparkle on.